the tongue out. You gotta say your name.
Jeralee!
Jeralee what?
Jeralee nothing!
Jeralee nothing Underwood, right?
What's up, Carbon K? You already know we are back with another one. And you already know this is where you can explore old, new, and forgotten crimes. I do want to thank everybody who subscribed to me. It means a lot to me. Let's get into it. Today we're going to be talking about 11-year-old Jeralee Underwood, who was on a newspaper route, who was lured into a car, raped, beat, and dismembered. Let's get into it. June 26, 1993, 11-year-old Jeralee Underwood, a resident of Pocatello, East Idaho, was well adored and loved by everyone who knew her. She was very intelligent and she was very heavy in church. At the age of 11, she got her first job as a newspaper delivery girl. Friendly locals remember always tipping her because they loved her so much. She was always friendly. On this particular day in 1993, she would be abducted, and this would send her community into an uproar. On June 29, 1993, Jeralee left her house late afternoon, visiting each customer on her route like she did every day. It was dusk when her parents started to get worried. A fellow church member came to their home with information regarding Jeralee. When she drove into the driveway, she stated that she seen an unfamiliar man forcing Jeralee into his car and driving away near Carter and Main Street. The incident only occurred half a mile away from Jeralee's home. Reports of her abduction were filed with the police and a manhunt started. A lot of her church members participated in the search for Jeralee Underwood. Joyce Underwood stated that she had an odd calm feeling during her prayers. She got a feeling that Jeralee was safe. Unfortunately, she would later find out that Jeralee had been murdered. The description of both kidnapper and Jeralee circulated in the forms of flyers, newspaper bulletins. Jeralee with auburn hair, glasses, jazz t-shirt with a purple band around her leg, had been forced into a cream-colored car by a man who was described to be 30 to 35, clean-shaved, Caucasian, and about 5'7". Days passed with no information on Jeralee's whereabouts, but police checkpoints littered all East Idaho, and national media started covering her disappearance. A week after her abduction, James Edward Woods, 45, was taken into custody on an account of aggravated kidnapping. A little prompting later, he led investigators to Snake River near Idaho Falls. He told investigators a horrific story of what happened to Jeralee Underwood. James Wood told investigators that he was eating dinner with his cousin, who was on the paper route delivery route that Jeralee took. When Jeralee came around to collect the payment, he told her something was wrong with it and asked her to return it to him for cash. He waited until she was ramming in her bag, distracted her before shoving her into his car and driving away. He told his cousin that he was going out to buy alcohol. He drove a long distance, avoiding stops and checkpoints. He told the police that Jeralee had asked him why he had kidnapped her and talked to him about the Mormon faith that they had shared. When details came out about this baby's murder, it shocked everyone. James Wood stated that he killed Jeralee by shooting her when she knelt near the river for a bathroom break. He shot her intentionally, leaving her body hidden beneath some bushes. Woods then returned a week later to sexually exploit her corpse. He removed her genitals. He dismembered her body into little bitty pieces. Then he shattered her remains into the water. Morticians had to work day and night to recover what they could of the little girl's remains from the river. Her parents could not even view her body when she was laid to rest. Jeralee's tragic death told investigators that Woods was by no means a one-time criminal. He left a long trail of crime in 6 states, with a dozen murders, 3 of which occurred in Louisiana, robberies, and up to 7 sexual assaults. Wood tried every single thing to get a less serious sentence for his horrific crimes. Due to the fact that East Idaho was a predominantly Mormon community, Woods tried to pull belief or religion tactic because the lawyer defending him and the judge defending him was Mormon. However, they just laughed in his face because he was not into church at all. James Woods had a change of heart throughout his case. He stated that God would forgive him for his sins. His lawyer that was assigned to him was accused of not defending him or doing anything, but he denied all these claims. James Woods would eventually die in prison from cardiac arrest after a long battle history with his health. But to me, I feel like he deserved it.
Our daughter had been killed.
Idaho at this hour.
It was along that very newspaper route when the unimaginable happened on June 29, 1993.
At least 2 witnesses say they saw a man in his 30s, about 5'7", jump out of the car, grab Jeralee, shoved her back in the car, and took off.
Really, no reason to believe it's anything else.
The next day, door-to-door searches commenced, and that night, a special meeting was held at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints building Jeralee attended every Sunday.
Hundreds gathered tonight in Pocatello to show support for the family of 11-year-old Jeralee Underwood.
Leaders from Underwood's LDS stake asked church members to fast and pray for Jeralee's safety.